Thank you for so much for coming in today to see us here. And it took a lot of courage for you to come in. So, what brings you in today?
Yeah, I'm here because I have some issues with my husband. He got deported 4 years ago, so I have some issues with my husband right now.
Okay. Well, I can understand how that can kind of be overwhelming, and certainly we're here to help you with that today. So, and just to introduce myself, my name's Camilla. I want to let you know that everything you say here stays here. It's all in confidentiality. And your name?
My name is Tanya the one. Tanya the one.
Okay. Thank you so much, Thania. So, um, just to get started, how old are you?
I'm 25 years old.
Okay. And you're of Hispanic descent?
Yes, I'm not Hispanic.
Okay. And you said you're married?
Yeah, I'm married and I work at
Mhm.
Arizona Care Providers and I'm a student at ASU.
Okay. So you've got your plate full there between working full time, being married, and going to school. What are you going to school to study for?
Uh, I'm doing the social work programs right now.
Oh, how fantastic. So how long have you been here in the States?
Almost 6 years.
Okay. So I'm sure things are a little bit different than they were from Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico is really different. And here I have some issues with the language
Uh-huh.
and the people here has some like they behave different
Hmm.
than Mexico. So yeah, there is different
So
from
kind of
Mexico.
a culture shock a little bit.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. um, so let me ask you, what's going well in your life?
So I'm doing really good at work. At
Hmm.
wo- I work at Arizona Care Providers. I have been like more than 5 years working there. Like I have some experience with autistic kids,
Hmm.
so I'm doing really good at my job. I also going to school at ASU. I doing like I'm taking 6 classes, four
Hmm.
online and two on the campus. So I think I'm doing really good. I have like straight A's and I think I only have one B. So I'm doing really good, I
Wow,
think.
that's really fantastic. I mean, you've got definitely a lot going on, and to maintain straight A's, you can tell that takes a lot of hard work. So you should pat yourself on the back for that. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What do you think you're struggling with right now? What do you think the stressors are in your life?
Right now is that I work more than 40 hours
Hmm.
and I'm taking like six classes online. So I have to work and then do homework, so I don't have time to go out with friends or with my family.
Hmm.
So I'm busy all the time, so I never have like time for me
Hmm.
to relax or have fun.
And that's definitely a problem. I mean, it's great that you're putting so much effort into your schooling and your work, but certainly everybody needs some time for themselves. So I can understand where that would be really stressful. Um, so, what do you think your strengths are?
I think I have songs. I think I'm responsible
Mm-hmm.
because I work more than 40 hours a week. I I work from Monday to Friday. I work from Monday to Sunday. I
Mm-hmm.
work 7 days a week. Um, I also a full-time student at ASU.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm responsible. I also a dedicated person. I like to spend time um, doing homework.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also like to read a lot. I like to learn I like to learn like more about autistic kids and I like to help kids, so I think I'm a dedicated person. Also I'm independent.
Mm-hmm.
I work a lot and I pay the monthly expenses with the help with my husband, and also I think I have empathy. I
Mm-hmm.
know the difference between empathy and sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
So in any situation, I put myself in other shoes so I understand them better. So I think I'm responsible,
Mm-hmm.
a dedicated person, independent, and I have empathy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it sounds like you've got some really nice strengths, that'll be very helpful in the field that you're looking to go into in social work. Um, so, as far as the issues that you're dealing with, what do you think your main concern is at this point?
So right now I have some issues and I have some concerns
Uh-huh.
because I'm doing my best to finish my bachelor's
Uh,
degree.
uh-huh.
So I have some issues that my husband was deferred like 4 years ago. So I have like some issues like economic issues.
Okay.
Like I have to pay everything by myself and
Now, are you still having to do that now?
no, because right now he has been 1 year with me, so
Uh-huh.
he is helping me to pay the gas,
Okay.
everything like the
So
expenses.
the finances have gotten a little bit better.
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you think your main struggle is right now? Is it just being overwhelmed between school and work and not having time to spend really with your family? You
Yeah.
think that's your main thing?
Yeah, because I don't have time to spend time with my family,
Mhm.
and I feel like sad
Mhm.
that I spend time with another other people
Mhm.
instead of my
Your
family.
family.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
it's really sad.
Okay, so that's definitely, something that we can work on. We can kind of sit down and kind of look at a plan and see where maybe you could fit some time in to spend a little bit more time with your family. It's not always the amount of time, but rather the quality of time that you spend. So if you are busy, like you said, but if you can find, you know, kind of an area of a slot of time that, um, you can do something special with your husband, that might help. So we can certainly um, look into that together and work on that. How long do you think you've been struggling with? Since you've been in school, or just recently, or
I think more than 5 years. Since
okay?
since my husband was deported, I started having issues with school,
Uh-huh.
with money, with my family. So I
Mhm.
have been like I have this issue start like 5 years ago.
Mhm. Now, do you have any family supports here?
Not right now, only in Mexico. So I
Okay.
only have my husband here, and I don't have any people that can support me.
Okay. What about community supports? Are you involved in your church? Do you belong to any groups?
Yeah, I go to
Uh-huh.
church, and I have like friends.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they sometimes give me advice and help me if I have an issue or something.
Well, that's good. That's good. Um, in what ways do you think it's affected you? I mean, you, are you having trouble sleeping? Do you worry a lot? Have you lost your appetite? I mean, has it affected you physically?
Yes. So I have like some issues, like I have depression.
Uh-huh.
So I remember that I have like sometimes I spend all night crying because my
Mm,
husband was in Mexico and I was here alone.
right.
And also some I and like 4 years ago, like for 1 week, I stopped eating
Mm,
because I don't want to eat because I was feeling really sad, upset that
right.
I was alone here and I don't have family, I don't have no one.
Well, that's very scary to be here alone with no family, and then your husband was deported. I mean that would be scary for anybody. So I could certainly understand all those feelings that you were going through. Um, and then, so how long have you been married?
Almost 5 years.
Oh,
It's going
wow.
to be in May. I'm going to be 5 years.
Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thank
Now, do
you.
you have any children?
No, right now. I
Okay.
only have a chihuahua.
So that's your child.
Yeah, he's 1 year.
Oh, so you have a toddler.
Yeah.
Um, and then now you said you work, you're going to school. Um, how do you get along with your the people that you work with?
Okay, so sometimes if I need help, they help me.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I if but I don't have time to go out with them because I'm a busy person, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like a relationship with them. It's only
Okay.
like work and work.
Okay. So you haven't really had an opportunity to build much peer support at work as far as maybe gaining some friendships, or
No, it's
you just
only
don't have time
I
for
only
it?
have time in the lunch time
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, but sometimes it's a different time. Like my coworker, sometimes his lunch is at 11 and mine is at 12, so it's like a different time, so we don't have time to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like, and also I don't have time to go out with them. So, and also I'm married, so I,
Right. So that, I know sometimes that's kind of difficult because not everybody's married.
yeah,
So, and then now do you go to church on Sundays?
yes,
Uh-huh.
I go every Sunday at
Uh-huh.
1 p.m. I it's the only day that I have
Uh-huh.
some time to spend with my husband,
Mm-hmm.
and we like to go to mass every Sunday.
Okay. So there's one thing that we can identify that you do together. Do you guys go out to lunch or
Yeah, after that we
uh-huh.
go a place that is called El Rey de las Opciones.
Uh-huh.
It's like seafood. It's
Ooh.
really good
Uh-huh.
and it's really cheap. Like
Oh,
we
okay.
only pay like $30 for both,
That's awesome.
and it's seafood. Like we like that place.
That's awesome. So you've got kind of a tradition there
Yeah.
that you do. So you go to church and then you do that. And then what do you all do after you go out to eat? Do you have to go to work or
After that, I have to go home and do homework, and I
okay.
spend all day doing homework. At midnight, sometimes I finish.
Uh-huh.
So like Sunday is like I go to church and
Uh-huh.
then go to eat something, and then it's homework and homework,
Yeah.
and I don't have time to go out.
I know when you're in school there's a lot of hours of homework, so I can appreciate that. What about recreation? I mean, do you guys do anything for fun? I mean, do you play any sports? Do you guys go to any like sports activities, or do you go to the park? Do you go camping?
I have a dog, so we like to spend time with my dog.
Mm-hmm.
So we go and walk. We go to the park that is close to our house,
Mm-hmm.
and we go like every night, like one
Hmm.
hour
Uh-huh.
from 8 to 9. So it's the time that I have time to go out with my dog. Like,
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
and
So that's
also,
relaxing.
yeah, and also we like to travel like every 3 months
Mm-hmm.
to somewhere. Like last week we went to Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and next week we're going to Mexico. So we
Oh,
like to travel a lot.
that's nice. Well, and now's the time to do it, right? You don't have children, and it's just the two of you, so you get an opportunity to kind of bond together and do things together. So that's really nice.
Yeah.
Um, and then let's see. So moving forward, I mean, we talked about finances and how that's been, a real issue, and then the separation from your husband, and you said that was for 4 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. So I mean, that was pretty traumatic, I'm sure. And then he's been here a year.
Yeah.
So was it difficult when he first came back, just trying to regain that connection, or did you see each other often while he was gone?
It was different for him because he lived like more than 4 years in Mexico. So
Hmm.
when he come back, it was different. Like the work that he was working, it was a different manager. So he
Hmm.
need to talked with that different manager, and he was like really rude with him because
Mm,
he only speaks Spanish, so sometimes he was like having issues. But right
hmm.
now he's doing better. Like
Now, does he still just speak Spanish, or is he learning English?
he's learning English
Uh-huh.
too.
Okay. So I'm sure that he has a little bit of frustration and difficulty with
Yeah,
that.
like me.
I don't know. I think you communicate pretty well.
Because I have like almost 6 years here, but my
Yeah,
husband only has 1 year.
yeah.
So
Well, I bet you there's some community supports as far as like English as a second language. A lot of times they have classes free of charge that you can go to. So I don't know. That might be something he might want to look into.
yeah, he's trying to get his how do you call it, the GPA,
Oh, okay. GED.
GED,
Okay.
because he only has high school. Well, he only do like the 11th grade, so
Okay. So he didn't finish off with credit. He didn't have enough credits.
yeah,
Okay. So is he studying for his GED?
yeah, because he wants to get a better job
Uh huh.
with higher pay and
Right. Right. Well, and once he is he wanting to become a citizen here?
yeah,
Uh huh.
probably in 3 more years.
Okay. Because I mean, but he doesn't have to be a citizen to go to college. I mean, if he gets his GED, he could always look into college as well. And
Okay.
there's a lot of grants and scholarships and such out there.
Okay.
So that might be something that he might like to do, especially if he's working hard on getting his GED and
Yeah.
wants to better himself. So that would certainly help you financially as well. So,
Okay. Yeah, we're going to apply for grants and
oh, good, good. Um, so what would you say is the main problem that you're dealing with? Just the finances, or um,
yeah, only the
the
finances.
finances? Okay. So
It's
have you
because
sat down and like worked with like there's a lot of softwares and things that can help you with budgeting. Um, a lot of resources that are out there that we can look into. Um, But right now, I just want to make sure that you're feeling stable and comfortable and have a direction to where you're not anxious and so stressed out because that affects all parts of your life.
yeah, I know.
So it took a lot of courage to come in here today and to sit and talk and I appreciate you coming in and taking the time to work with somebody to help yourself. So I want to thank you. Did you have any questions that you wanted to ask me today, or
I think I'm fine.
okay?
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Would you like to go ahead and schedule an appointment for next week?
For next week? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll go out and talk to the front desk, and we'll get you an appointment. And it was so nice meeting you, and I look forward to meeting you again next week.
Okay.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you.